Welcome to a video, or a series of videos, maybe 2 videos, or maybe 3. Maybe I just make loads of videos that are a minute long, and you have to keep watching them, and that'll put my views up, won't it? Not. Welcome to another set of videos regarding Rovers and MGs. Now, you'll see I have 2 hats here. One hat is for one car, and one hat is for the other car. But can you guess which hat goes with which car? Would it be that way around? I mean, it is a sensible sized car, but is that worthy of a backwards cap drive? But is that worthy of a backwards cap drive? Let's find out. I'll take them both for a drive, probably without hats, because I forgot to put them on when I was driving, and we shall see. So join me as we take nut job 1 and nut job 2 out for a drive. Nut job 3's over there. Yeah. Greetings, people of the interwebs. You find us today in a Rover 45, but it is not any old Rover 45. This is a slightly modified Rover 45, and yes, I shall reveal more when we get onto a less busy road where I can concentrate. Well, let me talk about what's inside first. What a lovely environment to be in. I do like this wooden dashboard stuff. It does remind me quite a bit of the Codfather. Now, if you remember the Codfather, he was a black MG ZS with a CVT gearbox. Now, this is a Rover 45, which is pretty much the same platform, but the Rover version. So, slightly softer sprung, a more gentlemanly-like interior in it. But this one's got a few changes over and above the original Rover 45 in it. So I think this started off life as a 1.4, but this car's owner, Carl, who you might know from this video. You're on camera if you put your head in far enough. Look, it's Carl, everybody. And this video. Here we go. What about this lump? Honestly, do you think that'd fit in back of my TF then, Carl?
Easily.
Has had an engine swap. So rather than running a 1.4, what we're actually running here is a 1.8 135 unit from a TF. So I've got the TF cams in it and all that jiggery bokery. So it's got more. So it's rather than having, is it 105 brake, I think the 1.4s were. It's got 135. So it's got a little bit more poke. So yeah, that's nice, isn't it? So we're on a bit of a jollies, bit of a jolly trip out, just to have a bit of a review and see what I think of it. I like these seats. These seats are nice. As a side note as well, I'm following I'm following the owner, Mr. Carl, and Mr. Carl is driving his ZS, and it's a facelift ZS hatchback. Now that's the same as Codfather. Now I always thought to myself, oh, I don't really like looks of them, but I'm getting used to them. It is actually nice. I like the facelift version of not having the number plate on the boot. That's quite a nice feature. I like that. I approve. I do approve. Further to in here, we've got these are lovely leathery door card thingies. That's quite nice, actually. I wonder if I should do Jenny's in something like that. In fact, that's a good point, because I need to get some stuff for Jenny's door cards, and I've been looking at leatherette type stuff, so maybe something like that would be good. These seats are gorgeous. Yeah, so altogether, a nice environment to be sat in. I'm hoping that all the cameras stay attached. If they don't, I'm screwed. I can see that one there. I can see that one there. I can't see this one down here though. So we'll just have to pray. It is a bit rainy today, so if some of the outside camera shots are a bit moist, that's why. But it shouldn't be too bad when we start speeding up anyway. This is a chunky gear stick knob. This is a chunky knob, and it's a nice looking little thing. This, I like the way the center console's raised slightly higher. I don't remember it being like that in Codfather. It'll be interesting to see when I get in the ZS what the differences are internals wise. Yeah, I do like these. I think at some point I should add one of these. It'd be an interesting little comparison. Okay, so that was my first little staying in one gear type run. So I stayed in second for a little bit there. Obviously I'm not going mad. This isn't my car. I don't want a speeding ticket in it. I don't want Carl to get any sort of speeding tickets. But that to me felt like a good amount of power for this size car just on that little run there. So we'll see what it's like later, but it did feel good. It did feel peppy. You might have seen Project Nigel's video on this car as well. He's literally in the last week and a half done a video on it. Well, actually, I'm saying that a week and a half since when I'm filming this. You might not see this for a month, or I might jiggle things about. Who knows? But yeah, it's got a nice little pep to it. Got some beepings going on. I don't know whether one of the cameras has stopped working or weird. Oh, a bit stereo. There we go. You only see, oh, that's a shaky camera. I'll wait till we're in a less shaky place to record stuff. Here we go. So you'll see from the outside shots of this car that it's a gorgeous bluey turquoise colour. Oh, big bump. Although the camera footage here looks a bit shaky, rest assured that the car itself is very, very compliant. It's got a lovely ride to it, and it's immaculate. Carl keeps his cars immaculate. I feel kind of guilty having wet shoes when I get in it, to be honest. They should be some of them little slippers that you have in Japan when you go into buildings. You have to take your shoes off and put them little rubbish slippers on. There should be them sorts of things for Carl's cars because they're immaculate. Not like Henny. Don't matter if you're getting Henny with wellies on. But this is a beautiful car. And we're in 5th gear, just doing just over 30. Plenty of pull there. There's plenty of power for this size car in that engine. So that's quite a good move. Well done, Carl, for doing that. You've created something which didn't really need creating, but we don't need them. Which didn't need creating, but is definitely something that Rover should have thought about doing themselves. Definitely. Because I don't think they did a 45 Sports version, did they? But they should have definitely done, and this would have been a perfect example of it. It was an engine that they'd already got in production, so it's straight swaps. There's nothing complex about it. Yeah, maybe they didn't want to steal sales from the MG marks, but I think there were definitely room in the Rover range of stuff to have a sporty yet compliant car. And this is delightful. So we can do the scoring bit because we've covered pretty much all the types of roads. So if we go back to my normal score system, we have LIPS. So that's looks, interior, performance, and score. Now, as everybody knows, I never actually get to a score part. I always just cover the 3 things, and the score's laughably absent every time. Oh, I'm such a card. So let's have a look. So looks-wise, it is gorgeous. It is one of the best looking 45s I've seen. It's one of the best colours I've seen for any Rover or a MG, to be honest. The styling of them is perfect. I like the hatchback ones. The saloons are my favourite still, but I do like the hatchback variants. They are a good colour, and they are perfect for what they do. And yeah, the platform itself. So in fact, we'll go to interior. So looks perfect. Love them. Can't fault them. Even the facelift ones look nice. So that's a good yardstick. Being honest, I'm saying that. I think I like the facelift versions of all of them except the 75. I mean, that's nice, but it's not as good as the Mark 1. So. Interior is lovely. Leather steering wheel, leather seats. The door cards being a nice dark colour suit set. The headlining, I don't think sagging. But the general insides of these cars are really nice anyway. They've got They've got a nice substance to them, a nice substantial feel. That's what I'm trying to say. But they are built based on a Honda, so maybe that's where the Honda-ness comes into it. But yeah, there's plenty of space in here. To be honest, I think this is probably the size. It doesn't feel that small. It doesn't feel that much smaller in here compared to a 75. There definitely seems to be more headroom, I think, possibly. Well, it is a revvy little engine, that. Yeah, so that's one thing. Nice interior, nice and classy. That's a good word for it. It's classy. There's nothing brash and there's nothing antiquitous about it. It's a nice classy interior. I do wish Rover hadn't have used those door mirrors on everything though. They're a bit of an oddball thing. They don't quite suit. Well, they're just weirdly rounded. If you're inside a 75, they kind of matches that, but when you're inside anything else, I'm not sure. I know they're just door mirrors, but even if they'd just had like the inside edge straightened up a bit, that wouldn't have been too over the top. So performance. So as I say, now it's got its little 135 lump in there. It's quite perky. It's a good balance actually. They did a 1.8 ZS, didn't they? Which I assume had got the same engine in it, I assume. So is this better than a ZS 1.8? I think it is. I think it is. I do like ZS's though, and I like the ones that have got the body kit with the gills on, and I can't remember whether Cole's 1.8 turbo has got that. So we'll have a look afterwards. I'll do a bit of an outsidey walk around, and we'll do some comparisons. So I shall stop this until we get to where we're going. So we appear to be getting to some quicker roads here. So let's have a bit of a look. See how it performs on a quicker road. You know what? That's not half bad. I quite like that. Which is a shame, because I shouldn't really be liking other cars at the moment. I need to get Jenny finished. But I quite like that. That's quite a good little usable bit of speed juice. And also, it's got a nice little spoiler on the back. We forgot to mention that before. I'm trying to think what the gearbox is like on Margaret to see if it's different ratios. So this one we're doing 50 and it's 2,500 RPM, and I can't remember whether Margaret's is about the same. Will it originally been a 1.4? I don't know whether it's got. Yeah, that's doable. You can chuck it round corners. You can chuck it round corners and roundabouts and it sticks. Which is another thing I was going to say actually. It is a compliant ride, but at the same time, there's not noticeable body roll. So again, it's another little tick for what people generally say about 45s and ZSs, is that they are a really good platform for a driver's car. They do really stand up to being a driver's car, which makes me even more eager to find out what the 1.8 turbo is like. I mean, we're calling it, it's a Mentaloid. A little thing. Yes, Carl is giving the ZS a bit of a workout around these roundabouts, and so he should do. That's what that car's for. If anybody doesn't know about Carl's ZS, you should check out the other video. I'm going to try and mix some bits into this as well for little comparison bits. But and if anybody doesn't know about Carl's Red ZS, you should check out Project Nigel's video on it, just to see how much Paul liked that car, and hopefully how much I liked it in another video on my channel, which will be coming shortly after this one.